Hey there, football heads. This is Anne, and welcome to part 2 of my Let's Play of Helga's Cheese Festival. In the last part, we decided to play hooky, and we stumbled upon someone who looked, well, rather familiar. Who could it be? Let's find out. That person looks awfully familiar. I need to double check this. Without another thought, I walk right up to the glass and peer inside the window. I can hear a somewhat muffled exclamation from outside the store. Oops, I guess I surprised him. Oh, Helga. He places the record he was holding back in its place and comes outside to meet me. Helga, what are you doing here? I could ask the same of you, couldn't I, footballhead? Well, yeah, but I do have a reason. Oh, I didn't know someone needed a reason to skip school. I gave him a somewhat devilish smile to accompany my teasing. No, you see, record store day was last week. And a favorite artist of mine came out with a re-release of one of his albums. He glances back in the store as if it would clarify his story for him. So when I saw Big Rick's on my way to school, I stopped and looked in. They do have it, but I didn't have enough cash for it. So I ended up kind of browsing around. Lost track of the time. And, well, here we are. Wow, cool story. I gave him a deliberately slow clap. Could you tell me again, maybe make it longer? Well, I know. But it's the truth, so... The truth, why yes it was. Interesting, that it was not. He doesn't seem too interested in me now. I have to change that. But no, really, Arnold, I had no idea you were such a delinquent. Losing track of the time, skipping school. Gonna start slumming it up with the bad kids. Want a cigarette? I think I brought a pack with me. I pat my pockets in my faint attempt to get him to laugh. Helga... Oh yeah, totally. He rolls his eyes at me. So what's your excuse? I'm lazy. Simple, easy, to the point, and truthful. My love, that is how it's done. Oh, Arnold. Sigh. Right, so you're heading to school? He pulls his phone out of his pocket to check the time. If we leave now, we could probably make the last 3 periods or so. I look past him towards the direction where the school sat waiting for us. I'm not sure yet. Huh? I know if I go to school with Arnold now, we'd be doing the right thing. And I know he's all about the right thing. But a part of me wanted to keep him here out alone. With just me, there'd be nobody to bother us. I tried to ignore the perky farm girl face that wormed its way into my head. But seeing Arnold do something bad, even if it was only cutting class, was kind of a turn on. So I guess I'm going to... what do we decide? So do we go with him to school? Do we do the right thing? Or do we convince him to cut? It's a hard decision, guys. We're gonna go to school? Convince him to cut? Yeah, we're gonna cut. I have to get him to cut class, to hang out and be with me. You know, we could have a lot of fun if we just decided not to go, Arnaldo. He looks a little nervous when I bring this up to him. Just not show up? I nod my head. I don't know, I haven't had very good experiences with ditching school. I think I remember him and Gerald reminiscing on this story once. That funny episode. I decided to bring it up to prove I pay attention to him. Trust me, it's not carnival day. Haha, very funny, but still. I only missed the morning classes by mistake. Arnold. Look, the only reason you had such a crappy time was because you weren't with me. That's right. Oh, is that the reason? Yep, didn't you know? Common knowledge, just ask Phoebe. Since you'll be skipping with me, you're bound to have a good time. Well, okay, but what are we gonna do? Well, oh gosh. Decisions. Oh my gosh, what do we do? I have no idea. Or, that's the fun of not knowing. So, yeah, that's the fun of doing something wrong, Arnaldo. The surprise of what's going to happen next. He's pondering. He stares out into space for a moment. I can tell he's thinking on something. I have a funny feeling I'm going to regret this. But okay. Seriously? Holy crap, did I actually do it? Yeah. Unless you changed your mind. No. Relax. Helga. No, of course not, footballhead. It was my idea after all. Turning you over to the dark side. Going to taint me? Ha. That sounds dirty. Jeez, shut up. I laugh. Well, let's get a move on, short man. We're burning daylight just standing around here. Okay, Helga, I'm right behind you. We basically end up kind of wandering around Hillwood. Inwardly, I was just happy we were together, despite the semi-awkward small talk about nothing in particular. I could tell that either one of us were having a terrible time, and that means so much to me. But when we reached City Park, my brain felt fried. I couldn't come up with anything other than wandering around. Criminy. I'm usually more creative than this, Arnold, I swear. Oh yeah? Huh? Like how? Like how what? What are you talking about? He's confusing me. You said you were creative. Were you saying that to say so? Or do you actually create things? Oh gosh. I was just saying, well yeah, I guess. I was just saying, or well yeah, I guess. I was just saying, yeah, I was just saying. I was just talking. It's nothing. Well, now I know it's something. No, really, it's not. Oh, come on, Helga. You can tell me. Unless it's another secret. Not exactly. Okay, then what? Mumble, right, mumble. What did you say? I didn't get a word of that. Ugh. I said I write. I'm a writer. That's the first time I said that out loud to anyone before. Wow, really? Yes, really. Why would I lie about that? Sorry, I'm just a little surprised. Why, don't I look like I can write? That's not it. I'm more surprised you actually told me. What? It's just, I never knew you were so secretive. Yeah, I'm a regular Fort Knox. Arnold stares down at his hands for a moment, then quickly looks back up at me. So, are you gonna let me read some? What? Come on, you can't tell me you're a writer and then not show me anything. Yes, actually I can. In fact, it's what I plan on doing. Seriously? He looks so disappointed. Just show him, Helga. Just do it. Damn it. Grr. Fine. One day I'll show you something, okay? Now stop looking so pathetic, footballhead, really. Oh, Helga. Another thing I have to wait for, huh? Such is what it takes being friends with me. Patience. Well, I've waited a long time to finally be your friend, Helga. I don't mind. I don't know why, but him saying that makes me so happy. I almost let out a sigh. So what now? Lunch? Yeah, I could go for some grub. Great, my treat? Well, of course. Absolutely not. Of course. Yeah, of course. Duh. Sounds good. Awesome. Now the question is where to go. Anywhere with food. Anything edible. Well, gee, that narrows it down, Helga. You're so fun to mess with, Arnold, though. Come on, let's get some burgers. When school finally let out, Arnold and I went our separate ways. And I got in touch with Phoebe, telling her I needed to see her ASAP. Knowing her, I wouldn't have to wait too long. ... Helga! There you are, Phoebe. Take a seat, I've got some news. I then proceed to explain everything that had happened the last day and a half. Explain how I was seriously ready to tell Arnold my feelings. So long as he kinda sorta made the first move, of course. So how do you think I'm doing, Phoebes? Any advice? My only suggestion would be maybe try to be you more. With just a pinch of nice? Okay. Well, thanks, Phoebes. Glad we had this chat. Did it actually happen? I don't have to forget it? Haha, yeah, this time it did. Alright, I'll see you later then. Oh, Phoebes. I soon find myself in my bedroom, dumping countless old diaries and papers onto the floor. Digging through the most recent of ones, I tried to find something decent to show Arnold. The question was, why was I suddenly so determined to do so? A part of this excitement to impress him thrills me, but the other part, though, it scares me to death. But what I find most strange is that somehow, even though it's only been a few hours, I miss him. And not in the way I normally do. I miss being with him, talking with him. Oh, Helga. This feeling, well, it was new. This feeling. But that thought disappears as soon as I find a good one and rip it out. Heh. Not quite as romantic as some of my other ones. But we don't want to hit him with the crazy all at once. Of course you don't. Talking aloud to myself again. Gotta try to stop doing that. So with the poem in hand, I head out the door. Just one more quick stop, and it's off to Arnold's. The second I get to the boarding house, I knock hard on the door. I can't believe I'm doing this. Yeah? I hear his voice call out, but I don't answer. I'm too nervous. And he looks surprised when he opens the door to see me. Oh, hey. Long time no see. He lets out a rather cute, if not awkward laugh. Yeah, I know, Arnoldo. You're probably getting sick of me, aren't you? To be quite honest, I really wanted to know. No, not really. I wasn't expecting that. But I try to shake off the shock as I fiddle with his gift behind my back. Here. I hold my present out to him, almost dramatically so. I got this as thanks for the food this afternoon. Yeah? What is? He takes the shopping bag from my hands and peers inside. Whoa, Helga, you didn't need to get me the all... Suddenly he stops short as he reaches inside and pulls out my other, less extravagant gift. Wait, what's this? He quickly looks over the piece of paper, then back up at me. This is yours, isn't it? Your work? You're letting me read it? Yeah, well, you look so pathetic asking for it this afternoon. I just couldn't leave you hanging, waiting for me. So read it or don't. What a stupid football head. I take a few steps away from him as if that would somehow calm me down. Then suddenly he gives me a questioning smile. Why are you nervous? Nervous? Shut up, I'm not nervous. God, that was such a lie. Even he could tell I was lying. Okay, if you say so. But I'm gonna read it now. He said it slowly as if I had forgotten what I had just given him. Fine. The word comes out bitterly as my heart races faster. That's why I gave it to you. Doit. Okay, here it goes. You're gonna read it aloud? I thought you didn't care either way. I don't. Then be quiet and let me read. Hey, Art. He gives me a subtle glare, a nice way of asking me to shut up, I suppose. Okay. My life just swims in darkness with you in my only light, and though you're not aware of this, it matters not, stay in my sight. Because I am invisible, unheard, and uncared for, he might have been looking at me, but I couldn't even face his direction. I'll pretend that you do notice me, my love, it's what I wait for. That's it, he finished it. Exhale. Wow. Okay, give it to me straight. You think it's weird, don't you? No? It's beautiful, Helga, honestly. I can't believe you wrote this. I'm really impressed. I felt as if the air in my lungs had been sucked out. You really like it, Arnold? How much I wanted to tell him it was for him, about him. Aw. Yeah, I do. Come here. He takes hold of my hand and I feel frozen in his touch. And he leads me up to his bedroom. I can barely stand as I take in my surroundings. One could not even count how many emotions filled me. The fact that I was standing here in his room. Actually being brought in here. I didn't have to sneak in like I normally did. Oh, Helga. I watch as he places the record on his bed and walks toward his desk. He rummages through the drawer and fishes out a pushpin and places my poem on his bedroom wall. There. He sounds so accomplished, like he did something incredibly worthwhile. Now, whenever I need to see something beautiful, I'll know where to look. Arnold, Yeah? All the happiness, everything good I feel. It all boils in the pit of my stomach and turns into paranoia. I can't believe you're going to put that on your wall. It's just a bunch of words on paper. It doesn't mean anything. I try to stop myself from running over to his wall and ripping the damn thing to shreds. Why am I doing this? What is wrong with me? Helga, why are you doing this? He doesn't understand. Doing what? He doesn't understand that I can't help it. I'm scared. We're getting close and I'm scared. I can feel that it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Was this an anxiety attack? Arnold's hand flies to the bridge of his nose like he was fighting an oncoming headache. You just shared a really big part of yourself. His eyes find me again. This time his glares physically hurts. You cannot put up that wall like nothing happened. You have nothing to be ashamed of. I stop him before he can utter another word. You just don't get it. I feel my hands twist into fists as my voice grows in volume. I can't help it. What? That part of me, it's not something I show people. Why not? You created something beautiful. Don't you get that I feel honored? I was being ridiculous, but my brain just couldn't help that fear of showing someone any part of the real me. The me that lives off the love of this boy. I feel like a part of my soul goes into my poems. And what if someone laughed at me? What if he laughed at me? I couldn't even imagine the humiliation. I don't think I could live with it. But I didn't. I know, and I appreciate that. But you don't understand how hard that was for me, Arnold. Helga. His voice grows soft, like he was pitying me, pitying my fear. No one can run away from you if they were never close in the first place. That was why I was the way I was. If I kept people at a distance, they could never grow disgusted with me. They could never ignore me. They could never overlook me. And being mean, it's how I stay. It's how I stay safe. He stares at me like I'm some type of puzzle or something. Warm green eyes looking for what? An answer? Do I have an answer? Suddenly his eyes narrow and he steps closer. That's just an excuse. What? Closing yourself off, even from people who want to know you. You're scared. You're not saving yourself from any pain, you're only making it worse. Stop it. I can barely even speak. You wrote this, Helga. You! He points towards that damn piece of paper as if I have no idea what it is. His voice plays with both amazement and curiosity. How could I laugh? Because what was I thinking? I don't have any answer at all. The room was starting to spin. My breathing was getting faster and faster. God. Why are you always so freaking nice all the time? I'm not trying to be nice. I'm being honest. Same difference. No, it's not. Helga, for once in your life, can't you just see? I want to know you. His words spiraled to my core. I was wrong. I'm not ready at all. I can't do this. Look. I need to get out of here. I need to escape. Enjoy the record. I gotta go. What? No, wait. I turn and nearly sprint out of the house. There was no way I could stand being in that room anymore. I felt like my walls were breaking apart and I didn't like it. Though I wanted him to care about me. I didn't think I was going to be this afraid of the outcome of the closeness. When I get home, I lock myself in my room and pull out one of my pink books. It was my normal routine. I was trying to fall back into some normalcy, but I can't think of anything to write. Where did this writer's block come from? I hold my pen to my paper and wait, but nothing. What is wrong with me? Oh, I doubt I'm going to sleep very well tonight. Oh, day 3, April 27th. That was intense, guys. Very, very intense. When I get up the next morning, I decide it's best if I just push what happened the day before way back into the back of my mind, while at the same time deciding it was probably best if I actually attend classes today. Making an appearance somehow seemed appropriate. And we're gonna cut this part here. That was an intense part 2. Lots of things happened. Some more drama. Well, will Helga and Arnold be able to break free of all this anxiety and tenseness? Let's see in part 3. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you guys on my next Let's Play. Cheers!